Dear viewers and subscribers, before we delve into the extraordinary journey of Judge Elizabeth Thompson, take a moment to ground yourselves. Let's begin. Welcome, dear subscribers and viewers. In a quiet courtroom, a stern and fair Judge Elizabeth Thompson faced an unexpected turn of events. Known for her unwavering adherence to the strictures of law, her world was about to be profoundly altered. Can you imagine, in the midst of a particularly challenging trial with the weight of justice hanging in the balance, Elizabeth suddenly collapsed. Her heart, faltering under the intense stress, brought the trial to a startling halt. The courtroom, usually abuzz with legal discourse, fell into a tense silence as medical professionals rushed to her aid. It was a scene one could barely fathom, the dispenser of justice herself in need of urgent help. But while her physical body lay in the courtroom, something extraordinary was happening to Elizabeth. As the medical team worked tirelessly, Elizabeth's consciousness began a journey of its own. It drifted, like a feather caught in a gentle breeze, into a realm beyond the physical world. This was not a place defined by the familiar contours of reality, but an ethereal realm, a place of radiance and profound tranquility. Elizabeth found herself in a courtroom unlike any she had ever presided over. This was not a place of concrete and wood, but of light and warmth. A celestial courtroom, if you will, presided over by a figure of immense authority and benevolence. A figure that seemed to embody the divine. And there, in that ethereal courtroom, Elizabeth stood not as the judge, but as the one being judged. It was a perspective she had never experienced before, a perspective that would change her understanding of justice forever. As medical professionals rushed to her aid, Elizabeth's consciousness drifted into a realm beyond the physical world. In the next scene, we will delve deeper into this celestial courtroom and the divine judgment that awaited Elizabeth. Stay with us as we continue our journey into the unexpected turn of Judge Elizabeth Thompson. Elizabeth found herself in an ethereal courtroom, presided over by a figure of immense authority and benevolence, a representation of the divine. This was a court like no other. It was bathed in a radiant light, filled with a sense of peace and understanding that was starkly different from the austere courtrooms she was accustomed to. The divine judge, a figure of great wisdom and kindness, turned to her. His voice filled the space, resonating with a warmth and gravity that commanded respect. "You have been a judge among people, Elizabeth. Now witness the judgment from a higher perspective." And so Elizabeth did. She saw scenes from her life unfold before her. Not just the moments of triumph, the successful rulings, the respect earned from her peers, but also the moments she had overlooked. The times when her unwavering commitment to the law had overshadowed the human element. The times when her decisions, though legally sound, had caused unintended harm. She saw the faces of those she had judged, not just as defendants or plaintiffs, but as human beings. She saw their struggles, their pain, their regret, their longing for understanding. These were emotions she had often neglected in her pursuit of legal precision. The divine judge spoke again, his voice echoing with a profound truth. "Justice is not just about laws and rules, Elizabeth. It's about understanding the heart. Remember, true justice is tempered with mercy and compassion." He showed her a vision of a future where her rulings brought not just order, but healing and hope. A future where her courtroom was a place of balance, where firmness met kindness, and where justice was served with a deep understanding of the human condition. As these visions faded, Elizabeth was left with a profound realization. She saw the unintended harm her decisions had caused. Not just her achievements and accolades, but also moments where her decisions had caused unintended harm were laid bare before her. This was a moment of reckoning, a moment that would profoundly change her understanding of justice and, ultimately, her life. In this celestial courtroom, Elizabeth saw the faces of those she had judged, not just as defendants in her courtroom, but as complex individuals with their own stories and struggles. Suddenly, she was no longer just a judge, but a witness to their lives, their pain, and their journeys. She felt their fear, their regret, and their longing for understanding. The stern lines of the law blurred as she was made to see the human element behind every case. This divine perspective brought into focus the delicate balance between justice and compassion. Each face, each story, reminded her that behind every law, there is a person, and behind every person, a story that deserves to be heard. The divine judge's words echoed in her mind. Justice is not just about laws and rules, but about understanding the heart. Elizabeth was shown a vision of a future where her rulings brought not only order, but also healing and hope. It was a future where she was known not just for her stern rulings, but for her compassion and understanding. She saw communities thriving under the balance of firmness and kindness, a balance she had the power to instill. The realization was profound. The law, while necessary, was not the only tool at her disposal. In her hands, she held the power to uplift, to mend, to bring about not just order, but harmony. The divine judge had shown her that justice was more than just a balancing of scales. It was a healing of hearts. This celestial experience instilled in her a deep understanding of the human condition and the crucial need for empathy and justice. She realized that her role was not only to judge, but also to uplift and help mend the broken. She understood that the scales of justice should not only weigh the facts, but also the human heart. True justice, she realized, was tempered with mercy and compassion. This realization marked a turning point in her life. From that day forward, she would carry with her this divine perspective, forever altering her approach to justice and touching countless lives in the process. As she was revived by the paramedics, Elizabeth returned with a renewed sense of purpose. A profound shift had occurred within her, a seismic change that resonated in every decision she made from that day forward. Her near-death experience had not just been a brush with the afterlife, but a transformative journey that fundamentally altered her understanding of justice. Elizabeth had been a judge of high esteem, known for her unwavering commitment to the letter of the law. But her celestial encounter had revealed to her that there was more to justice than stern rulings and strict adherence to regulations. She had seen the faces of those she had judged, felt their pain, their regret, and their longing for understanding. She had seen the human element behind the cases she presided over, the stories, the struggles, the lives affected by her decisions. With this newfound understanding, Elizabeth approached her role as a judge with a fresh perspective. She began to see her position not just as a dispenser of justice, but as a facilitator of healing and growth. She realized that her rulings had the potential to bring not just order, but also hope and restoration. And so, she started weaving compassion and empathy into her judgments, tempering her legal precision with an understanding heart. This transformation was not without its ripple effects. As word spread about Judge Elizabeth Thompson's new approach, her courtroom began to represent something more than just a place of legal proceedings. It became a beacon of hope, a place where justice was served with a side of compassion and understanding. Those who entered as defendants left with a sense of being seen, being heard, and most importantly, being understood. Elizabeth's change had a profound impact on her community. The people she served felt the difference, and it was a difference that fostered trust and respect. The stern, unyielding judge had become a figure of empathy and understanding, a symbol of a justice system that recognized the humanity behind the crimes. Her courtroom became a place where justice and compassion met, changing the lives of many for the better. Elizabeth Thompson had found her renewed purpose, and in doing so, she had redefined what it meant to be a judge. Her story serves as a powerful reminder that at the heart of justice, there should always be compassion and understanding. Elizabeth's transformation had a profound ripple effect. Her compassionate rulings sparked change, reducing crime, fostering trust, and inspiring empathy. Her story serves as a reminder that one person's actions can have a profound on the world around them. Her experience served as a powerful reminder that in the pursuit of justice, one must always listen to the deeper calling of the heart. The story of Judge Elizabeth Thompson is indeed a testament to this truth. It's a narrative that transcends the mere intricacies of courtroom debates and delves into the core of human existence, the need for compassion, understanding, and empathy. Elizabeth's near-death experience illuminated the profound connection between justice and mercy. It taught her that the scales of justice should not merely weigh the evidence and the law, but also the hearts and lives of the ones standing trial. Each ruling, each verdict impacts not just an individual, but a network of lives, a community, a society. The divine courtroom she visited in her ethereal journey acted as a mirror, reflecting back the consequences of her actions, her decisions. It emphasized that justice is not a one-dimensional concept. It's a complex tapestry woven with threads of law, empathy, compassion, and understanding. And each thread carries its own weight, its own importance. Elizabeth's transformation from a stern, unwavering judge to a compassionate, empathetic adjudicator is an inspiring journey. She provides a beacon of hope for a justice system that often seems cold and uncaring. Her story is a call to action for each one of us to infuse our actions, our judgments, with a sense of empathy and understanding. Now let us join our hearts and minds as we offer a prayer. May we all strive to understand and empathize with one another, looking beyond the surface to see the heart beneath. May we temper our judgments with mercy and our actions with compassion. May we remember that justice is not just about punishment, but also about healing, understanding, and growth. May our hearts echo the lessons of Judge Elizabeth Thompson's story. May our lives reflect the divine wisdom she experienced in the Ethereal Courtroom. May we carry forward this message of compassion and mercy, weaving it into our daily lives and our interactions with the world. May we all strive for a justice that is tempered with mercy and compassion. Please say Amen if you agree.